All right, today we'll be looking at lessons 1.1 and 1.2 in our new book, Comparing Bits and Pieces. Before we begin, you're going to look at your notes page, and you may need to pause to get this filled in. So I filled in most of them for you. I filled in the fractions and the percents. There is one small error. This one should say 33.3 or 33 3/10%. The rest of it is correct. You'll need to fill in your decimals. You can think of fourths like quarters because it takes 4 quarters to make a whole. You can think of tenths like dimes because it takes 10 dimes to make a dollar. And you can think of 1/20ths like nickels because it takes 20 nickels to make a whole. We will talk more about this, but you will need to have this memorized. We will have a quiz over your memorization of these fractions, percent, decimal conversions. For now, we're going to go ahead and flip after you've written the notes to the questions. It is page 10 in your textbook where the questions are, but first we're going to read page 9. Students at a middle school are organizing 3 fundraising projects to raise money. The 8th grade will sell calendars. The 7th grade will sell popcorn. The 6th grade will sell posters. Each grade picks a different goal for its fundraiser. The 3 grades are competing to see which grade will reach its fundraising goal first. The fundraising goal for each grade is displayed on a banner in front of the principal's office. So we have 6th grade trying to make $300, 7th grade is trying to make $450, and 8th grade is trying to make $150. So if you look at our questions, Marcus, or A, says the students wrote some claims about the fundraising goals on slips of paper and gave them to the principal to read over the loudspeaker during the morning announcements. Decide whether each claim is true. Explain your reasoning. Marcus claims that the 6th grade goal is 150 more than the 8th grade goal. So let's go back. Is the 6th grade's goal 150 more than the 8th grade's goal? Yes, it is. So you will say true. And why? Because 300 is 150 more than 150. This was the 6th goal, and this was the 8th goal. Okay. Number 2 says, Kimmy, when the 6th graders meet their goal, they will have raised 2/3 of the 7th grade's goal. So we have 6th grade trying to reach 300, and it's saying that 300 is that 2/3 of 450, and the 7th grade's goal is 450. So is this 2/3 of this is the question, and my answer is going to be true. I think this is true because if we broke these up to 150s, it would take 250s to make 300. It would make 350s to make 400. So if we've reached our goal, we've made 2 out of the 3 150s it takes to get there. So 2 would be true because 300 is 2/3 of 450. Number 3. Lakeisha, the 8th grade goal is half of the 6th grade goal. Flip the wrong way. Let's see. Is the 8th grade goal half of the 6th grade goal? Well, absolutely it is, because if I do 150 plus 150, that gives me 300. So this also is true, because 150 times 2 is 300, right? 4. Andres, he says for every dollar the 8th graders plan to raise, the 6th graders plan to raise $2. So for every dollar the 8th graders plan to raise, the 6th graders plan to raise $2. So wouldn't that mean that this one would end up being twice as much money, since we're earning $1 here and $2 over here? So is this number twice this? Absolutely. And so that would be true because the 6th grade goal is twice the 8th grade goal. 5. Then, for every $60 the 6th graders plan to raise, the 7th graders plan to raise 90. Okay? So, for 6th graders, for every $60 the 6th graders make, the 7th graders plan to make 90. So if I look at 6th graders, their goal is 300. So how many 60s go in there? 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. Does that add up to be 300? Absolutely. 60 times 5 is 300. 7th grade's goal is 450. Break that into 90s because it says 90, and let's see. 9 times 5 is 450. So for every $60 the 6th grade's earning, 7th grade is earning $90. So that one also is true. And you could just say see example. Right there. Okay. 6. Moving back again. Oh, no, wrong way. 6. Other way. Eliza, the 6th grade goal is 200%. What does 200% mean? It means 2 times, right? 200% of the 8th grade goal. The 6th grade goal is 200% of the 8th grade goal. Is the 6th grade fundraising goal 200% of the 8th grade goal? Remember, 200% just means twice as much, and absolutely 300 is twice as much as 500. So again, we have true because 300 is 200% of 150. Last one, number 7. I keep flipping the wrong way. Chung, for every $3 the 8th grade plans to raise, the 7th grade plans to raise $1. So $3 for 8th grade, $1 for 7th grade. So who do you think would end up with more money if every $3, 8th grade's raising 3, 7th grade's raising 1? 8th grade would end up with more money, right? So let's just look at the basic idea here. Does 8th grade end up with more money? No. So there's no way that that could be true. False. Because 8th grade ends up with less money than 7th grade. Okay. B, we are going to skip B and move on to 1.2.